Hey guys, and my treasure hunter here. So when we get a new metal detector, one of the hardest things to do is to learn what our new machine is telling us. So as a learning tool, whenever I get a new machine, I just get out a bunch of targets and I start running my coil over them. And I listen to the tones that the machine is making, and I look at the VDI numbers of what it is saying it's seeing in the ground. Today I'm going to be testing my new Equinox 600. Now if you have a 600 or an 800, the VDI numbers and the tones are the same, so this video will benefit both. Now the settings I'm going to be running are Park 2, sensitivity will be set at 15, I'll do a noise cancellation, auto ground tracking, 50 tone. Yeah, I'm going to be running 50 tone because that's what I prefer, and this video is as much for me as it is to help you guys out. I'm going to be doing this and I'm going to be learning. Now my yard is so full of iron that I've found that I have to actually elevate my targets, so I'm going to be actually putting the targets on the box that the Equinox came in to get them about 5 inches or so off the ground. Otherwise, I just can't find a quiet piece of real estate on my property that doesn't have some sort of iron. So it's going to be a little bit elevated off of the ground. It will be an air test, obviously, because I'm not going to bury these targets. But you know what? Everybody has different soil conditions. Me burying targets is not going to benefit everybody out there. Just remember, it's going to be an air test, so the numbers, the VDI numbers, and the tones could vary slightly depending on your soil conditions and the depth of the target. But this will give you a good idea of what different targets are going to sound like and the VDI numbers that you're going to see on your machine. I'm going to be splitting this video into two different sections, two separate videos, because it's going to end up being a long video. In this video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover jewelry. The next one I'll be covering coins, but in this video we're going to cover jewelry. So guys, I'm going to grab my detector and let's head outside and get this test started.
You a fool's gold. Yes, I did.
Platinum ring, 9.20 grams. Next we have a 14K white gold at 5.96 grams. Looks like these two rings are coming in at the same numbers. Now we got a 14K white gold ring, 7.22 grams. Now a little bit different, this is a class ring, 10K gold, 10.16 grams. I'm getting a little bit smaller, 10K gold, 3.24 grams. And 10K gold, 4.82 grams. As you can see, this one's jumping a little bit higher tone, a little higher number. 10K gold, small, 1.29 grams. All the way down to 7. Next we have a 10K gold, 1.92 grams. Next one is 10K gold, 2.02 grams. Now we got a 10K white gold at 2.73 grams. So once again, the white gold numbers drop. A 10K
yellow gold, 2.29 grams. I got a really tiny, this is a little child's ring. It's 10K gold, 1.87 grams. Even though it's tiny, it's still ringing up. Now this one was tough, and the CTX wouldn't even see this, a CTX 3030. Found this with an AT Pro, but it's actually a 14K gold earring at 0.30 grams. Just a tiny, tiny 14K gold hoop. Very low. Now, this is actually a thicker band. It's a real wide band, but it's a 10K gold, 3.95 grams. Pretty high. Now we're going to be changing over to some silver targets. So this is a 925 ring at 5.08 grams. Another 925, 4.78 grams. Another 925, 3.33 grams. So this one dropped quite a bit. I got a 925, 3.94 grams. This one's dropping even more. This is actually a huge stainless steel ring. It's 23.08 grams. It's a monster of a ring. I'm just throwing this in here just to kind of give an idea. So this big stainless steel ring falls into like a gold range. Next, back to 925, 4.35 gram ring. Next we have a 925, 3.29 gram. Uh, 925 ring at 1.97 grams. So getting kind of small weight. Right, now this is a 925 and it's like a split ring. It's got like a wraparound design, so it's not a constant circle. But anyways, it is 3.34 grams. Now look at that. It is driving the metal detector nuts. And I'm going to show you with this ring in just a second. So, this is a 925 ring. But because it's not a constant circle, it's just driving it nuts. And I'll show you. Want to hand me that ring? So what is going on with this ring, if you can see it, if my camera will focus, that's what it looks like. And so this non-constant is driving the detector nuts. Kind of interesting. Next we have a 925, a little tiny 1.40 gram. back up to a little bit larger 925 ring at 5.05 grams. I would have thought this would have rang up higher, as thick as the band is. Alright, so once again, here is kind of an odd shaped ring. It is a dolphin ring, so the tail wraps around near the head. It's 925, coming in at 2.04 grams, but we'll see how the detector detects this because it's not a constant round ring. Okay, now this is interesting. That other ring that was split was jumpy all over the place, but this one is stable. So that's very interesting. I would have thought, just by the, let me see that ring please. I would have thought, just because of the design of the other one, the way that it acted, that this one would have acted the same also, because it's not a constant ring. But obviously you guys seen how it acted, so pretty cool. That's why we do testing. Now we're going to try a tungsten, because there's plenty of tungsten men's rings out there being found. So this is a tungsten coming in at 10.76 grams. Just like gold. These things will fool you pretty much no matter what machine you're on. And here's another tungsten, a little bit heavier, coming in at 14.01 grams. As you can see, a little bit heavier, numbers are a little higher. The last tungsten I have is the heaviest that I have, is a 18.25 grams. So this is the heaviest tungsten ring that I have. And the numbers went up again. You can hear it in the tone. Kind of hard to see my LED screen out here in the sun, but you can tell by the numbers, or I can tell by the sound, I should say. Now what we have is a little 925 heart pendant. It's only 1.01 grams. Just a little tiny pendant off of a necklace. This is one of my more favorite finds. It is actually a 925, 1.88 grams. It's like a double heart necklace with, like, I think synthetic rubies and real diamond chips. But anyways, let's see what this rings up as. Now these are 925, so it's interesting that this different shape is causing them to read lower. Right now we have a Tiffany & Company 925 heart pendant, which is solid 925, coming in at 7.25 grams. It's just absolutely slamming this solid pendant. Alright, now we have a 925 1.73 grams. It's a odd square shaped earring, and because of the shape and the possible bimetal of maybe the shaft being different than the main part of the earring, it is obviously causing the numbers to jump around a little bit. Here is a big bling earring. Most of it is fake diamond, but there is a little bit of 925. So the weight is 2.95 grams, but probably 95% of that weight is the fake stone that's in it. But this thing is just all over the place. And now we have a 925. It's a little tiny silver braided ring, only 1.04 grams. Just a real dainty, tiny ring. Sure sounds good though. Okay, now we have a 925 silver crucifix weighing 1.90 grams. So let's see what the shape of this target might do to the numbers. Well, the shape of this target is definitely not affecting the numbers as far as jumpy. They are pretty consistent. So that's good to know. It would have been a target that basically I'd stop at and dig. Okay, now we have a 925 tiny little ring at 1.26 grams. So this is a little dainty one also. I think this one has also a split in it. I'll have to check, because I think that's why the numbers and the sounds are just going crazy. Because the numbers obviously are just all over the place. The sound is a little bit quonky. Let's see that ring. Yep, there is the reason why it's kind of weird. It's actually a split, as you can see. It's a split ring, an adjustable. It is 925. But because of that split in the ring, that's why it was given some weird numbers. Alright guys, now we have a 925. It's coming in at 2.59 grams. This ring was caught by the beach cleaner. Kind of crushed, but it spit it out, and I ended up finding it. So it's a crushed ring. Well, obviously, even though it's crushed, it's still giving a really sweet sound. Little jumpy. Not too bad. Definitely would dig it. Right now we have a 925. It's like a hoop earring. 1.34 grams. This is coming in extremely low. I'd have to wonder if this is really 925 or if it's a falsely marked piece of costume jewelry. It's stamped 925, but the numbers are telling me it's possibly not what it's stamped. Alright, now this is a 925. It's a toe ring, so it's not a consistent circle. And let's see what that does for numbers. It is 1.31 grams. The detector just don't know what to do with this thing. Right now we have, it's a 925. It's a bead, and so it does have a hinge in it, and the hinge probably is some other type of metal, but because it does split apart. But it is a weight of 2.45 grams. Little bead. Alright, so now these are not weighted. These are two aluminum rings. I don't know the weight on them. I didn't bother to weigh them because they're basically just, to me, they're just junk rings. I'm just throwing in a couple different targets at this point just so you guys can see numbers. So these are two different aluminum rings, slightly different size and weight, and let's see what we got here. So one of them is ringing in at a 19, nice solid 19, and this one is a larger aluminum, and the tone actually and the numbers actually dropped, but that's a solid 17. Alright guys, so now here is a variety. These are all stainless steel rings. There is what, 7 of them here. So these are all slightly different sizes. So let's see what stainless, just a variety of different stainless steel rings ring up as. We'll kind of, I guess, start right over here in the corner in no specific manner of catching what they, just kind of getting an idea. But ring number 1 is coming in at a 10. Let's see, try number 2. Ring number 2 drops all the way to 5. Ring number 3 is a big honker. It's all the way up to a 12. Alright, so moved one of the targets, so let's see. That's a 10. We'll go over here. That one is an 8. That one's a 10. And that one's also a 10. So like I said, that's just an idea of a variety of different stainless steel rings and what they're going to ring up as. Alright, we all know that pull tabs basically are one of our worst enemies out there, but we're going to see what the Equinox series, how it deals with them. So we got 2 different pull tabs here. We got a round right over here on the left, no beaver tail on it, and an intact one with the beaver tail kind of bent over. So let's see how the Equinox deals with it. First, the broken off so we're 15, 16. Now let's see if the beaver tail intact on it changes the numbers. Alright, so now we have 4 different pull tabs, just regular square pull tabs. They're from different manufacturers, so there's a slightly different alloys in them, and at least one of them, I think the one right here, is a little bit older one, so I think the metal makeup of that is a little bit different. So let's see how these different pull tabs ring up. We'll start over here. I think this is a Monster brand, come off of a Monster drink. So that one's reading as a 14. We'll go over here. I think I pulled this one off of, I think, a Coke can. So that one's reading one lower, coming in at 13. Now we'll go to a Rockstar pull tab off of a Rockstar drink. Back up to 14. And the last one is the one that's a little bit older pull tab. Pulled it out of the ground. I'm sure it's not that old, but still. And that's coming in also as a 14.
Alright guys, so thanks for tuning in. I hope that you found this video helpful and informative. So please like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments down below. Turn on notifications and keep watching for my next video, which is going to be covering coins and all other types of videos covering the Equinox series, because I do have an 800 that should be here one of these days, and so we'll be playing around with that too. So guys, until the next video, take care and happy hunting.